We got some work to do. What's going on, everybody? Cameron Chatterton with Chatterton Homes Group, powered by Twin Oaks Real Estate, and today we are outside our very first flip. I'm beyond excited to take you guys inside of 602 Wigeon Way in Suisun City, California. You know, this is a little bit of an ugly duckling, and we're gonna make it into a beautiful swan. I wanna take you in to take a look at the walls we're gonna remove, paint we're gonna touch up, and cabinets we're gonna replace. Let's have some fun, break out those sledgehammers, and dive in. All right, now before I take you guys inside, because I wanna kind of open up the coat on what we're doing here and all of the changes and different things we're taking a look at and deciding on as we move towards fixing up this property and upgrading it and updating it. The first one is the landscaping. Now, a lot of the times landscaping doesn't necessarily matter in the grand scheme of things because people like to kind of change that and do what they want with it, but the front is the curb appeal. Super important, so we're gonna really go drought resistant on the curb appeal on the front landscaping, maybe some drought resistant plants, some decomposed granite, they call it DG, as well as some planter box areas as well, and just kind of clean things up. There's some old roots from a lot of the bushes out here that we're gonna dig up and take out, as well as, unfortunately, as much as I love the cactuses, they're gonna go. They gotta go. So those cactuses are gonna get taken out. Everything's gonna just get cleaned up real nice for the next person once they take a look at it and we're done with the project. Now, also on the siding, we've got a couple of things happening, you know, some rotted boards and that type of thing, water rot, termite pest kind of report that would show up in those types of inspections. We're gonna get all that cleaned up and power wash this entire thing before we paint it with primer and 2 coats of paint and painting the entire exterior along with replacing some of the gutters that are damaged. But, so from an exterior standpoint, we've got a lot of things to do. Painting, landscaping, as well as these windows. And we'll take a look from the inside to get a real look at these. These windows are gonna get replaced as well. But let's head on in. As we enter in for our front door, this is also, you know, a focal piece at the end of the day for people when they're taking a look at homes that they wanna buy. The front door. You don't want it necessarily to blend in with the rest of the house. You want it to pop a little bit, maybe be a little different color. So we are gonna be replacing this front door with a new one, as well as some new handles and knobs too. So let's head on in. It is a beauty from the standpoint of it being a true fixer. This thing has a lot of potential that we are going to take part in with a lot of elbow grease and a lot of fun. So first things first, the flooring. We're going to tear up this entire flooring. We've got carpet with some linoleum that goes into the kitchen as well. This carpet has been used for a long time. This property in general has been a rental for many years, so it hasn't really gotten much love over the past, I want to say maybe 10 years that it's been here. It was built in 1979, and it's a 3-bed, 1-bath, 1,088 square feet. And we're gonna be sticking with that original footprint throughout the entire remodel process. We're not adding any additions or anything like that. You know, what it is, the structure and the bones of itself are really solid and good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace all this flooring. We're gonna do brand new flooring. Probably like a luxury vinyl plank throughout, except for the bathroom, which will put some tile. This fireplace, which is not hot, so I won't burn my hand this time, which is nice. Last time I burnt my hand on the fireplace. We're going to actually wrap this. We're still deciding on if we want to do tile or quartz, so hold with us as we move along the process as we figure that out. But we're going to make this look a lot nicer. We might remove this little step here and make it flush with the floor as well. You know, the devil is in the details, and all those little things are gonna start to uncover and naturally happen as we go along with how we do this. But most likely we're gonna frame around this and then put some other type of material on the front of it, whether it be, like I said, a tile or a quartz. But it's gonna really be a nice focal piece. We'll probably keep it to here and not go all the way up so they have a spot to be able to hang their TV and make this a proper living room, because we plan on tearing down this wall. So we're gonna go all the way here to here. I've had a couple of our contractors in here already to tell us if it is a load bearing or not. Most of them are saying not load bearing, but we will have a structural engineer come take a look at that to make sure stamp of approval and everything is solid. So we're gonna get this wall removed out of here. That's going to actually marry nicely into our kitchen. Now, as we step into the kitchen, you're gonna take a look up at the ceiling and you will actually see popcorn ceiling all throughout this house. The only place that it is not is in the kitchen ceiling. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna scrape all of the popcorn, retexture it, and then put recessed lights throughout, as well as that living room. One thing I didn't mention is we're gonna put 4 recessed lights in that living room as well. Now, when you step into the kitchen, if you can picture this wall being gone, just completely taken out, the electrical removed, everything framed back, making sure that the structure can hold itself and the ceiling isn't gonna collapse in on itself, first of all. So if we gotta reframe any beams up top or anything like that, we'll make sure that that's done. But this is gonna open up this space tremendously. It's gonna be really beautiful, nice open concept, big, and that window, even from the front, is gonna have a ton of light that comes in it. Now, where Christian's standing, and we're gonna have the dining table area, we'll put a chandelier up in the ceiling after we scrape all this popcorn down. We'll put a chandelier up there, and then in the kitchen, we're just gonna cut these lights out. Take them out. We're gonna put 4 recessed lights in the kitchen, and then 1 right above the sink, right here. Now, I'm really excited about this part because when you look at it, I mean, this thing has been a rental for a while, and unfortunately it also housed, you know, some rats, some pests. There is a field behind the place that had a lot of little field mice that needed a little place to live, and they were here for a while. We have since evicted them, and we are going to be sealing up all of those areas to make sure that they don't come back in. But all of these cabinets are gonna get demoed. You know, we've thought about reusing the stove. It looks pretty good, maybe a little bit of polish, some Windex maybe. Christian, do you think this could maybe be used again? No, plan is we're gonna take out everything. Take down all these cabinets, all brand new cabinets in this area, as well as a nice island. Since this wall is gonna be taken out and just completely demoed through, we're gonna put a nice island here. Now, position of this, as well as the fireplace, right? We're still figuring out little details. The position of this island, we're still working on. Probably gonna go this way where you can sit on the other side and hang out with whoever's in here, as well as have the TV over there. So you're hanging out, being able to mingle with people in the living room and the kitchen at the same time. Cabinets to match both though, and then you'll have these uppers right here that'll go all the way to the ceiling. A lot of the times you come into these older homes and they have these cabinets that maybe recess down off of the ceiling by 18 to 12 inches. It's gonna be really nice when we have cabinets that go all the way throughout with some under cabinet lighting, some nice backsplash quartz countertop, brand new appliances, brand new sink with this window here that looks out to the backyard. I'm super pumped about this kitchen. It's gonna look dynamite once we're done with it. And then you've got this slider. Now, the slider is a little difficult. We've got a little bit of chipping linoleum here that's coming off and everything like that. And this slider, that's probably the easiest it's ever been for me to open. Earlier it took me about 5 minutes because it got jammed and stuck. But this is a proper 6-foot slider. I can't really open up these because these unfortunately don't work anymore. But proper 6-foot slider that we're gonna replace. We're gonna take this one out, slide in a new one, and we'll go into the backyard in just a little bit here at the end because I wanna take you guys to the rest of the house. But just picture this as being brand new, where you're gonna be able to open up these blinds here, a ton of light from here, the front window as well, bringing in a ton of light. Open, great space with recessed lighting in the living room and the kitchen, the chandelier, new light fixtures, new cabinets and appliances, new flooring. It's gonna look dynamite. So take a look on down as we wander this way and continue down this beautiful home. We have a coat closet as you enter right here. We're probably gonna keep it as is. You know, the flooring is gonna go inside, we'll repaint and everything like that, and then we're gonna be replacing the doors throughout the entire home as well. So every single interior door and exterior door that you see, all gonna be brand new. So we're gonna decide on if we wanna do a dual panel where they kind of have that concave in the door, dual panel, or maybe a single panel. We haven't decided just yet. And then new doorknobs as well. So like I said, that front door is gonna be brand new. This door with this cabinet is gonna be nice. All of these light switches are gonna be updated as well. All these are gonna be changed out with dimmers, potentially in most areas like the kitchen and the living room. These hallway lights, probably just gonna be a flip switch with new cover plates, and then all the interior paint throughout is gonna completely change this place. So linoleum coming out of the kitchen is gonna get replaced with that luxury vinyl plank. And then as we come down the hallway, we actually have a brand new HVAC system that was installed in 2021, which is beautiful because we don't have to touch that, which is great. It works just fine and is doing its thing. It's nice and tucked in here, but it's gonna get a new door and a new door handle as well. Every single one that you see. We're gonna head on over to bedroom number 1, right this way. So the thing with these bedrooms, this home was built in 1970, I believe 8. With these ones, a lot of these light switches are controlling just these outlets on the wall. So a lot of the times you have to have a lamp that's plugged into the wall, right? And that light switch controls that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna place a light fixture right in the center of each of the bedrooms, scraping off this popcorn ceiling, putting new texture, nice light in the center, new flooring and baseboard with new paint, and then a brand new window is gonna completely change this room and make it 10 times better, along with some new blinds as well. We might leave blinds to whoever buys it next and just keep it open and airy when we list the house just to make it nice. We'll remove little things like this little lock that they have here, and even this door trim. You can see the door trim is a little bit of older style door trim. We'll probably go with a square door trim to match our 4 1/4 or 4 1/2 baseboard. That'll be square as well. We've got another closet back here. It's just kind of like that cloak closet, kind of a smaller one, probably like a 2 feet by 3 foot closet here. And we'll replace the door and the doorknobs as well. Now, here we have the other bedrooms. I'll take you in the bathroom last. We have bedroom number 2 down here. Well, let's take a look real quick. Coming down the hallway, there's also 2 light fixtures. We'll replace both of those with something nice. The lighting in here is awful because that light switch, again, like the one we just saw, has just the outlets along the bottom. But this one is really interesting because this has a sliding closet. Oh, man, my ears. This one has a closet that actually goes all the entire way to the ceiling, which isn't normal. You know, sometimes they have a header and it's probably like a 6 foot high closet, but this is like a proper like 7 1/2 feet high closet door, which is really awesome. You got a ton of space in here to be able to store stuff. So what we're gonna do in here is, again, scrape that popcorn ceiling. The vents and all the HVAC system works great. We'll probably replace these maybe with some mirrored sliding doors just to make the space feel bigger, right? And much nicer. And then replace the flooring in here, new window again, and then light fixture in the center. And then we'll head on over to our primary bedroom. As we're coming on through, we have our linen closet here as well. You know, we'll keep it just as is. We might maybe replace the paper on the bottom, you know. It's kind of nice, so I kind of like the flowers. It goes with the house really well. But this is always nice, always great to have a linen closet here. And then we even actually, before we go into the primary, we have another coat closet. There's a ton of storage space in this place, which is really nice. This one, you know, had a little bit of spiders live in it, and that's fine. But this door is gonna get replaced as well. New hinges, door, light fixture in the hallway, which leads us to our primary. Now, what I like about this primary is it's huge. We've had some past, you know, tenants that were living in the property. They left a little bit of stuff, and that's okay. Let me know, is that gonna throw off your lighting at all? No, we're good? Love it. So this window, gonna be brand new. We're gonna take this out. This is all single pane windows too. So, I mean, doing double pane, brand new window, we're gonna do new construction windows. Now what that means is no, I apologize, retrofit. There's 2 different styles of windows. There's new construction and retrofit. Retrofit is when you're remodeling your home. You're able to pop this window out, and the new retrofit window fits right in snug inside of the already framed area. When you have a new construction window, they have this kind of a lip on the exterior of them, and you gotta redo the siding around it. So those retrofit windows are super important to place instead of the new construction. So new flooring throughout. We're gonna do new baseboards throughout here as well. This is gonna continue with that same flooring throughout the entire house. New popcorn ceiling again. This one, I'm actually thinking of doing a little something different, not just the light. We might actually put a fan in this master bedroom. I think it'll, you know, open up the space a little bit more just from an aspect, there's a ton of room in here. And so it'll fit the space really nicely is what I think I wanted to say. So new outlets along the bottom as well as light switches. And then this is a funky little spot, is we have in here our closet area for the primary. So again, sliders that go from the floor to the ceiling, which is really nice, but we're probably gonna replace this and I'll get into why. So we have a sink inside the primary. Now here's the thing, this door completely closes, right? So now you have that door closed and then you just have a random sink leading from your primary with the single one bathroom that it has, kind of this Jack and Jill with your guests kind of feel with the two other bedrooms, and then you have your door entrance from the other side. I don't like this. This is really funky, it's kind of weird. This random sink, it probably doesn't get much use. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna demo this out. We're gonna take this out completely, take out the mirror, the light fixtures, see if we can take this wall out and remove these sliders as well as everything in here. Remove the popcorn ceiling. We're gonna wall this off and frame this in, and we're gonna make this just a proper walk-in closet from the primary bedroom. How's that sound? Do you think that'd be better than the sink? I think so. So what you're gonna be able to do now with that walled off is now you have this massive space for a full walk-in closet with this gone too and this to be able to store everything you want and have your own primary bedroom walk-in closet instead of having access to the bathroom as well, which is kind of weird. At the end of the day, it could get a little tricky with somebody locking the door on one side, not on the other. You know, it could just get a little funky. But since we do have access now, let's head on into the bathroom and I'll show you guys this blue beauty is what we like to call it. So it's got a single sink vanity, mirror, light fixture, toilet, and then we've got our shower tub with our fixtures and everything on in here. You wanna step in? Let's take a look at this bad boy. Lock you in the bathroom. So this bathroom, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this sink, we're gonna demo it all out, we're gonna demo the mirror, demo the light fixture. What I'm feeling right now is actually a double sink vanity in here, right? You've got the two bedrooms over here, and then if we're gonna wall that off, we've got that third right around the corner. So I think it'll be nice if somebody's trying to get ready for, you know, the day, and maybe they're not needing to use the shower, just brush the teeth. They could have two sink vanities, which would be pretty nice, since we're gonna take out that one on that side. So double sink vanity, longer vanity on top of that, all the way up to code, new toilet, maybe two new mirrors, maybe a mirror or two new light fixtures, new fan, new paint throughout, new tub, new tile, light fixtures, and the shower door as well. This thing needs some love, and it's gonna get some love, is what's gonna happen. It looks very, very dingy right now. But flooring for this one, we're actually gonna take this linoleum and we're gonna take it and make it tile. It's such a small space that I think it'll have a nice little bang for your buck on top of the look of it and the feel of it, and it being a proper bathroom by doing a tile flooring with the tile baseboard as well, tile backsplash to match the countertop, and instead of having the kind of luxury vinyl plank that runs throughout. It'll be a nice little mix, a little change. It's only one bathroom that we have, so let's, you know, dial it into the nines and make it as good as we can. So let's head on over, as we head over to the garage. This place definitely needs some love, Christian. Would you live here now if I give you the chance? No. So what's cool is we actually have our own laundry room in this bad boy, which is actually pretty nice. Nice little proper mud room leading from the garage to the house, you know? Not a lot of homes have this, and especially with it being only 1,088 square feet, for it to have a mud room is pretty killer. So we'll have these, we'll probably reuse these and maybe just make them a little nicer, brush them up a little bit, remove them and make sure all the like knobs and everything is good. It's got a fan in here, and we might continue the tile here that we do in the bathroom in this area as well, or the LVP. You know, both are waterproof, which is really nice. New light fixture, new doors, new fire-resistant door leading to the garage, which is super important, with its own self-closing mechanism. If we don't have that, we're gonna get called out on it in the home inspection report every time. So coming on through here, I'll hold the door for you, I gotcha. So leading into the garage, we've got this wooden step that we're probably gonna replace and put an actual kind of new concrete step here, which will be good. This water heater as well has a nice old box that it's been on, so we'll redo the box here. But I'm really excited about this garage. What we plan on doing is drywalling the entire thing. We're gonna box the entire thing in. The concrete already for the garage floor looks great. There's no major cracks in it. There's nothing that stands out that really kind of tells me that something's really going like wrong in the foundation whatsoever, which is also really nice. We're gonna drywall the whole thing and paint the interior. We're gonna remove these shelves in this cabinet working space because it's not necessarily needed for whoever wants to purchase it next with their own shelving system and stuff like that, but the drywall is gonna look great. New garage door with a garage door motor. We might put some recessed lighting in here as well just to make it, you know, dialed in, and remove this secondary entry access from the bedroom from the garage. We'll probably drywall over this to make it a little nice for somebody, although you can have a nice little pass through if you wanted, maybe put a little door there. Electrical. We are going to update all of the electrical, starting with the sub panel here. So this sub panel is not going to be able to hold all of the breakers for every single appliance that we're gonna have that's new, along with all the lighting that we're adding into it. So we're gonna take this sub panel box out and put a brand new one in with a bunch of new breakers, make it really nice so everything is on its own dedicated line, which is super important, and making sure everything is labeled. The worst is you ever open up a electrical box, you open it and nothing is labeled, you have no idea where anything is going, and you're just over here troubleshooting, turning off lights, getting yelled at because you turn off the bathroom light when you weren't supposed to, and all that fun stuff. So this is gonna be great. We're gonna replace this. This whole thing is gonna look great. And then we might even plywood the bottom of these ceiling rafters just to make some extra storage space in here too. So super exciting from the garage standpoint. Let's head on out to the backyard because this space is just so great. It's a perfect blank canvas for somebody looking for a first-time home that wants a turnkey house after we kind of, you know, get in and do our thing on it. But let's take a look. We're gonna replace this door, this side door. It's a little worn, just a little bit, needs a little love. Yeah, we're gonna replace this. Everything is gonna get power washed as well. So anything that's kind of just been here or stagnant for a while, you know, has those cobwebs and that type of thing, is gonna get cleaned off too. We've got this side gate. This is gonna get replaced. We're gonna do a brand new side gate and fence right here with a new side gate, which will be super nice so people can enter and everything. We will do some landscaping back here to get all these weeds and bushes taken care of, but we'll walk around. Like I said, the exterior is gonna get all brand new painting. We're gonna repair all the cracks. Now you can see right here, super normal, there's a little stucco crack that comes off of the corner of the window. This is very, very typical in stucco and in homes in California in general. It's very common to see these cracks. Never be alarmed when you do. It's very common and very normal. So we'll patch these in and make these look new once we take these windows out. We're gonna add some new trim around the windows as well, because right now they have just a clean finish up to the stucco, but adding some trim around them is gonna add some nice, you know, framing out the windows in a really lovely way, and then it'll give us another opportunity with painting it to change the color and make it pop even more. So patching all of these little cracks that aren't massive and there's really no massive cracks around here, which is nice, but just patching all of them and coming over them will be nice. We'll power wash this bad boy, but this is actually with the one that was just installed in 2021 with the furnace inside, which is great. We've got some screens that we need to replace, but look at this backyard. Look how huge this thing is. This is such a great area for you to do, you know, whatever you want. Let your imagination run wild and have some fun with it. What we are gonna do, we're gonna leave this fence because it looks fine. There's nothing that needs to be done here. And the back fence over there and over to that corner, all of those fences look great. Not a problem. The one fence we are gonna fix is this bad boy over here with this lovely tree. We might need to trim it back a little bit and then replace about 15 to 20 feet of that fence back there. But there is so much opportunity to make this backyard exactly what you want. We won't do a whole lot when we remodel on doing the backyard. We might put a patio back by the sliding door, you know, maybe like a 15 by 15 foot patio. But for the most part, we'll keep this as a blank canvas for whoever next wants to purchase the home to be able to make it their own. You can put sod, grass, you can even put a pool back here if you really wanted to. You can do so much. And what's really awesome is you don't have back neighbors. It actually butts up to a large field they're making into a tractor supply, but there's no actual neighbors. So nobody's looking over your fence at you, which is really nice. Some nice privacy back here, which I really like. But walking on through, we've also got some lovely dogs across the way who are awesome. But this would be our patio area that we would make, maybe put some pavers out and everything like that. That leads us back to our slider, and we're gonna replace all of these exterior lights too. But let's head on back inside real quick. And that is our home. I'm excited for you guys to be taking a walk through and taking a look on this journey as we go step by step through the process of making this ugly duckling into a beautiful swan. We're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna give Christian a sledgehammer here in a little bit, but stay tuned as we go through the entire process. I'm gonna show you guys everything from start to finish on what we're doing in the background as well as what we're doing in the foreground with demo and getting our guys here and having everything done properly, up to code, and just made immaculate. And even some of the materials we're gonna be using as well. So I'm excited for you guys to follow along on our first flip and have some fun with us. If you have any questions, please let us know. Comment down below if you'd like. Let's have some fun and demo these walls next. Let's go, everybody.